What if men stopped working for 30 days? The brutal reality, and the video is by Manosphere Highlights Daily. So yeah, let's go and react to it, shall we?
Let's play pretend, but not that Disney foolishness you grew up on. What if tomorrow every man on this planet just stopped working? No construction, no trucking, no lights,
Women?
no food, no defense. 30 days.
Would get screwed.
No men. Would the world girl boss its way to survival? Or
Nope.
would it collapse under its own attitude?
Definitely.
Let's find out.
Before we even move on, I have to say, definitely collapse, because the majority of these jobs that men are doing are jobs that women would never want to do. That's why we have this gap in payment, because women are going to choose to be nurses. They're not going to choose to be car mechanics, engineers in type of ways. It's definitely different. And I think that we need both. But when it comes to jobs, I think we need men working more than women working.
Ain't that a man?
Women ain't we? What the?
Everyone loves to say, we're all equal. Cute idea. Reality check? Infrastructure doesn't care about feelings. It cares about who shows up. Let's see who that is. 97% construction, men. 96% truck drivers, men. 95% utility workers, men. 92% military, men. 79% law enforcement, men. 93% trash collectors, men. 88% software engineers, men.
Although when it comes to software engineers, I could see women doing that job, because every other job was kind of physical, right? Like things that I think personally men are stronger and men physically can endure these jobs better than women. But if you're a software engineer and you are mostly using your brain and knowledge and you are sitting behind a desk, I know it's still mentally exhausting, but I think that women are capable of doing that as well.
Oh yeah, TikTok influencers aren't gonna fix the power grid.
Nope.
You unplug these men, your Wi-Fi, your DoorDash, your Netflix and chill, dead on arrival. These jobs aren't glamorous. No filters, no ring lights, no hashtag Monday motivation. Just back pain, busted knuckles, and overtime. These guys build your roads, keep your lights on at 3 a.m. and patch up water mains while you dream about becoming a millionaire influencer. And guess what? Nobody thanks them. But without them, everything stops. So what happens when the men disappear?
Man.
Day 1 to 3, flights grounded, subways frozen, buses dead, garbage piles up. Surprise, rats love euphemism too. The president vanished, along with every male vice president, speaker, and senator. By law, the next eligible official steps in, and it's Pam Bondi, the Attorney General. Suddenly, she's the acting president, thrust onto a platform without a stage, because authority isn't power without people to carry it out. Meanwhile, Twitter lights up with hashtags. Hashtag he strike. Hashtag temporary kings.
You gotta
Everyone
love that
jokes about
AI,
how
yeah.
women got this. Sure. Don't believe the waste warning? In 1968, New York's sanitation workers went on strike. By day 3, 30,000 tons of trash buried.
So we already have an example of how it would look like in 3 days of men going on a strike. Yes, all right, in 1968, not a lot of women were working, but still, these jobs, maybe it's almost the same amount percentage-wise.
30,000 tons of trash buried the sidewalks. One city, 3 days, a mountain of rot.
Wow.
Now picture that everywhere. Day
thank
4
you.
to 7. Then
Thank you.
reality swings a hammer. Gas stations bone dry. Grocery shelves empty. Hospitals ration oxygen. No supply trucks coming. 911 rings and rings. Nobody left to answer. Meanwhile, the new president is live streaming hope speeches under flickering lights because no power crews. TikTok meltdown. Instagram meltdown. Your phone, a brick with anxiety. Here's a reality check. Back in 2022, Canada lost just 10% of its truck drivers because of a vaccine mandate. Within days, grocery shelves in Alberta were bare. The premier called it a crisis. Now
It will
picture
affect
all
every
the drivers
Canadian.
gone. Not 10%, 100%, and it's only day 4. By day 10,
Like, you will literally have to then ask for women to step up and do that. And imagine how many women will actually step up and do it. Every woman will say, why me? Choose another one. I don't need to do that. I am better than that. All right.
by day 10, it's pitch black, literally and mentally. Rolling blackouts, sewage bubbling in the streets, faucets coughing sludge, your fridge, dead. Your phone, dead. Hope, deader. And if you think this
Deader.
is doomer
Not even a
fiction,
word.
think again. In 2021, Texas froze for just 4 days. 200 plus people died from hypothermia, carbon monoxide poisoning, house
Bro,
fire.
I genuinely thought Texas is always hot. I didn't know you can like freeze and die in Texas. For me as non-American, I thought Texas is like desert. It's like hot all the time. And like there are not a lot of people living there. That's what I thought. But I guess I was wrong.
100 plus people died from hypothermia, carbon monoxide poisoning, house fires, and burst pipes, flooding entire neighborhoods. One winter storm, one grid failure, $18 billion in damage. Now imagine the power
Because they
never
were not
comes
ready
back
for
on
this freezing.
because the men who fix it aren't there. The same people who mocked the patriarchy are now bartering stale granola for clean water.
Screaming.
Day 20, society's mask rips off, looting at brunch time. Cops outnumbered. Some officers just don't come back. Fires rage in abandoned stores and apartment blocks. No firefighters to knock them down. Chemical spills, gas leaks, explosions.
Oh, they
No
would give
hazmat
up. They would be
crews
like,
left to
yeah,
contain
we
it.
are done.
Small neighborhoods
I want to be a
barricade
trad
streets,
wife. That's what
arming
they're
themselves with bats and kitchen knives. Remember Hurricane Katrina? Looters stripped stores bare while rescue teams risked their lives in waist-deep water. That chaos cost over $125 billion in damages and took years to rebuild. And that was just one city, one storm for a few days. Now picture that same raw desperation, but spread across an entire country with no rescue teams coming this time. The same people who said men are replaceable now whisper, where did all the good men go? Day 30, no power, no trucks, no water, no law. The rich run to bunkers, hoping diesel and canned beans outlast desperation. The rest huddle around candles in moldy apartments.
And keep in mind, if there were no men, there are no babies, there is no procreation, and there will not be any future generations. So, I mean, it's the same with women not being alive, but like, yeah, we're doomed. We are completely done.
Last desperation. The rest huddle around candles in moldy apartments, whispering prayers for daylight. Cities become tombs. Disease creeps through flooded basements and rat-infested streets. Bodies go unburied, just like during the 1918 Spanish flu, when so many died so fast that coffins ran out and mass graves were dug in city parks. In that pandemic alone, over 50 million people died worldwide.
Bruh, like, we're talking about world wars, but this freaking pandemic, I feel like it killed more people than world wars.
Pandemic alone, over 50 million people died worldwide, partly because infrastructure buckled under so many sick and dead. Now imagine a modern world. Phones dead, no heat, no clean water, no strong backs left to bury the
definitely
fallen.
pandemics here.
Civilization didn't pause, it collapsed. And in the deafening silence, one truth survives. Comfort was built on discipline. Discipline was built on sacrifice. And sacrifice was built by the
I
same men
appreciate
you forgot to
that.
thank.
Yeah.
See, masculine labor built the modern world. Masculine energy keeps it breathing. In 2018, when California's deadliest wildfires erupted, over 8,500 fires scorched nearly 2 million acres, destroyed 24,000 structures, and killed more than 100 people, all while thousands of male firefighters, utility linemen, and helicopter crews fought day and night to stop
And
them.
how many of
No
those
viral
thousands
trends,
were-
just grit
Yep.
and elbow grease. If
Yep.
men stop working, the fantasy of independence shatters overnight because hashtags don't unclog sewers, tweets don't fly helicopters into wildfires, and corporate suits don't run power lines through a blizzard at
Mad
2
men.
a.m. Men do, the kind who show up, shut up, and carry it all while you scroll in comfort.
Okay, he's going really brutal on all women. Not all women are like that, all right? There are women who do appreciate those type of men who every day are grateful to have them. Although, with all respect, we respect you as long as you respect us, and as long as you know what our role as women as well is, and how important our role is in your life too. It's not like we can disregard women and just live as men. That doesn't work. We need each other, right?
What do they
Cost
get
of
for this?
disrespect.
Mockery, blame, told they're toxic. Yet they
Oh, yeah,
still
there
show
is-
up.
there is
Why?
that, definitely.
Because
And I
purpose
hate it.
beats applause. Duty beats dopamine. But never forget, if they vanished for just a month, this empire of convenience crumbles fast. While many sat safe, scrolling past the wreckage, never realizing who kept the lights on.
need men to
In
fix that stuff.
2020,
Yep.
male truckers didn't get to stay home. They drove through the pandemic with exposure risk, delivering food, medicine, and gear, while many sat safe. Freight waves reported on drivers facing infection risk at every truck stop, with no work-from-home option. Transport Topics called them frontline heroes, honoring
Yeah.
the daily sacrifice that kept shelves stocked and hospitals supplied.
Heroes in reality do not wear capes. These are the true heroes, in my opinion.
Respect the foundation, or watch the house collapse on top of you. Men, stand tall, not bitter, not boastful, just aware. Because you're not just workers, you're civilization's insurance policy. Don't let anyone forget it. We meant it, we. Shit.
I remember this one woman who pretended to be a man for like 18 months, and then she ended up unaliving herself from that experience because she thought that being a man is easier, and then she realized that it's not true, and she got really depressed by it. Like, it affected her so much that she couldn't just go back to being a woman and not think about how reality is very difficult for men, and we should never forget that. I am very grateful to every single man who literally does these type of jobs. I'm not talking about the bosses, the billionaires, even like the presidents. I don't really care about that. I care about these hardworking men who every day sweat out physically with really minimum wage just to be able to afford these things for their wives, for their children, and have a better future for them. Like, that brings tears to my eyes because there's so many of them. And unfortunately, there's a lot of them who go back to these wives and these children, and they are not appreciated. And this really is sad. This really makes me sad. And I hope this changes. I hope women appreciate these type of men more. And I really hope that in the future they get more money for doing that type of job, because it is really sad that they literally work their ass off and they get into so much physical pain and they are paid minimum wage. All right, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and see you in the next time. Bye.